2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7 and 8. I have fought a good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on the day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. It is with profound sense of gratitude that we continue to celebrate the joyful life of Ernest Charles, also known as Zia or Charlo, of Gaspar Drive, Dennery, who departed this life on Saturday, May 24, 2025, at 6 a.m. at his residence. He was 86 years old. He was predeceased by his parents, Maria Frances and Rodney Charles. Left to mourn his wife, Elizabeth Charles, also known as Electra, of Gaspar's Drive, Dennery. His two brothers, Anthony Francis and family of St. Croix, Tony Francis and family of St. Croix. His children, Wilma Williams, also known as Velma, proprietress of L&V Enterprise of Dennery, Luciana Shalry, also known as Fifi in the U.S., Mrs. Eunesta Ismond, also known as Bibia in Miku, Beatrice William Shalry of Dennery, Dorcas Emmanuel, also known as Dordos, proprietress of Nick's Bar and Grill at Mandila Point, Dennery, Anita Flavian, also known as Dutla of Yefo, Vera Prosper of Dennery, Kentra Estefan, employed of Creative Solutions of Martinique, Francisca Francis, also known as Roselle, of Castries, employed of Wenjama Landon, Martha Estefan Vincent of Dennery, Marie Imanus, also known as Verline of Dennery, Nestor William in Dennery, Paris Hester B. and family in the U.S., Elijah Hester B. and family in the U.S., Rudolph Mathre and wife Janice Mathre in Dennery, Camillus Flavian and family in Dennery, David William and family in Dennery, Michael Garnett and family in Dennery, Vincent Charles and family of Dugamiku, Philbert Emmanuel and family of Canada, Albert Emmanuel and family of Canada, Andrew Emmanuel and family of Bexon, Gregory Bedroom Delis. His grandchildren, Darrell Emmanuel, Lucas William, Max Stephen Emmanuel, all in Dennery, Denza Mathre, Nenza Mathre, Vern Mathre, Tennyson Mathre, all in the U.S., Syria Flavian of Dennery, Zena Kizi George, employed of Unicoma St. Lucia, Crispin Bastier, employed of Bryce and Company, Christus Bastier, self-employed, Donovan, construction worker, Paige Ismond, employed of the Cell, Ronnie William, Davidson Vidal, McNeil Vidal, all of Dennery, Fabian Emmanuel, also known as Evie, Rossini Emmanuel, also known as Diana, Melisande Polio, also known as Lexi, all in Dennery, Jada Simon of Miku, Chrissy Emmanuel, Chris Emmanuel, all of Labrie, Kim Albonza of Bexor, Dosha Emmanuel, Esma Udovic, both of the U.S., Ariana Charles of Canada, Kashana Charles of Canada, McGregor Emmanuel, all of Canada, Brad Seeley in Florida, Kenon Flavian, employed of Rainforest Adventures, Michael Flavian, Kanita Flavian, Natalie Fabian, Joshua Monero, employed of Coconut Bay, Miguel Prosper, Medley Prosper, Philip Prosper, A.J. Prosper, Noella Prosper, all of Dennery, Prince Prosper, student of Dennery Infant School, Peter Lynn Estefan, also known as Tanji, Kendra Estefan, also known as Trina, both of Martinique, Zania Estefan, also known as Precious, employed of Bay Gardens, Trisha Estefan, also known as Hitel of Dennery, Robino Estefan of Martinique, A.J. Simon of Martinique, Maya Francis, employed of ITEL, Jaden Francis, employed of Sunshine Snacks, Kurta A. Prince, student of Entry Post Secondary, Sergio DeLise, student of Dame Paulette Primary School, Kishel and Joshua Lubin of Dennery, Marielle Fenelon of Dennery, Haven Fenelon of Dennery, Rashid St. Marth in the U.S., Melissa Maurice of Grace Beaufort, Jolita Bissett of Green Mountain Dennery, Dexter Jabatis, Matthew Stevens of Dennery, Delia Emile, Dahlia Emile, Dalso Emile, Mackenzie Garnett, Kenzie Garnett, 60 great-grandchildren. His nephews residing in St. Lucia and abroad, including Kareem Francis and family in the U.S., Antius Francis and family in the U.S., his sons-in-law, Matthew Ismond, contractor in Micoud, Paulie Monero, employed of Coconut Bay, Franciu Shalry, Pius Ambrose, taxi driver, TX60, Joseph Theodore, Julian Vincent of Miami, Florida, Orlando Imanas. Daughters-in-law, Kenda Etienne, Jeannie Simon, Noelise Garnett. His cousins, Luvina Raymond and family in St. Lucia and New York. His friends, Rock and Agneta of Yefo, Soto, Candid of Dennery, Tracy Ariwab, and Clipso in the UK. Best friend, Gomorrah of Dennery. Also left to mourn the family of deceased brother, Greenage Francis of Dennery, the family of deceased brother, Collins Charles, the family of deceased brother, St. John Charles of Dennery, the family of deceased brother, Matthias Francis of Labrie, the family of deceased brother, Harold Francis of Labrie, the Ronald family of Grand Riviere, the Francis family of Dennery and Micoud, the Charles family of Dennery and Labrie, the Dennery and Micoud Fire Station, the nurses and doctors of the Dennery and St. Jude's Hospital, his caregivers, Viana and Esther Lance of Dennery, nice program, his helper, Mackerson of Dennery, the neighbors of Gaspar Drive, Dennery, many other family and friends too numerous to mention. The funeral service of the late Ernest Charles, also known as Zia or Chalo, will be held on Thursday, 10th July 2025 at the St. Peter's Parish, Dennery at 3 p.m., then to the Dennery Cemetery for burial. His body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, Udork Road, Vieux. May he continue to rest in eternal peace.